It's on the ground fully now. God help everybody in the path of that tornado.
Well, this is just amazing video out of Allendale as a tornado moved through the area today. It's just part of a major storm system to push through. Now, the National Weather Service will be assessing the damage tomorrow, but already we're starting to see images of some of the storm's effects here in the Midlands. Good evening and thank you for joining us for News 19 at 11. I'm Kaylin Hagwood. JR is on assignment at the Masters and we will hear from him a little later on in the show. But first, a look at the aftermath of the severe weather we've been seeing all day, bringing strong wind, rain, and tornadoes to the Midlands. Now, this is video of damage sent by some of our viewers across the area, including in Clarendon County. That was one of the areas to see some major effects. The mayor of Manning saying she feels thankful tonight as so far no lives have been reported lost. The scene in Manning as severe weather ripped through.
It appears that we have spotted damages right now in the Walmart parking lot. We do have a truck that has been turned on its side, and the metal structures where you place your carts from shopping, a few of those are twisted, and at least one has a car entrapped.
According to Mayor Julia Nelson, the Walmart saw major water damage inside, with employees evacuated as a precaution. Downed trees and power outages were also reported in the area.
Spotted power outages and some traffic lights not working.
As crews work to clear the debris, her message?
I would really caution people that are not in the city limits, or just anyone, if you don't really have to be out, not to be out, because we're a very rural area. So there could be a tree down somewhere that hasn't been reported on one of the rural roads. Well, thousands of power outages were reported in Clarendon County following the storm. If your power is out or you know someone whose is, you're asked to call the power company rather than 911. Now, back here in Columbia, the weather also bringing heavy rain to Devine Street near Dreer High School. That area is prone to flooding, and we saw some of that today. These pictures were taken by Brent Walters. A little past Divine down in 5 Points. Many worked into the night cleaning up after the storm. Our Eleanor Tabone spent the evening in that area talking to business owners affected.
Okay, this is not stopping.
Water flooded into TAP's outpost in 5 Points.
I had water also coming through the walls into my studio.
The building is broken up into individual artist studios. Fashion designer Deco Pectamure Lewis' greatest concern was her work.
I have boxes, I have fabric, so I had to make sure that that all doesn't get wet.
We're underwater. Ashley Lindler from A Little Happy saying, as the rain poured, all she could do was grab a broom.
The thing about moving to 5 Points as a business owner is coming up and down, talking to other business owners on Saluda. The first thing they say is, it's not if it's going to flood, it's when it's going to flood.
I am out the back of TAP's outpost and you can see just how much water is pooling out here. You can see the water is up to my ankles, and it is this water that is flowing into the back of the building and impacting these businesses.
Half of us have our pants rolled up, half of us are barefoot. I'm covered in water.
Caitlin Bright, the director of TAP's outpost, saying she's never seen anything like it.
This is a freak storm, so it's all coming in. We're just dealing with it,
First thought is get the water out.
The back of the house was actually flooding.
In Columbia, Eleanor Tabone, News 19 WLTX.
I don't think it could be put any better than what she said, that this was a freak storm. Now, the good news right now, everything has ended. We have clouds that are just moving through. Unfortunately, we're going to be doing this again tomorrow. We do have a marginal risk for most of the Midlands for heavy rainfall once again. And along with that, we do have a slight risk for the potential of severe thunderstorms covering all of our Midland communities, and the possibility that we may have 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts associated with any of these storms that may become severe. We haven't had that much in the form of hail today, but tomorrow it's a very low-end risk for any size hail that is at least quarter size or larger. But once again, when you go straight down I-26, the eastern portion, a very low risk, but the western portion, just like we had today, another marginal risk for severe weather.